Hello and welcome back to my second cash stuffing video on this channel. I'm very excited because this is going to be my first income cash stuff. So I'm really excited. Last time was more of like an introducing my categories and getting everything stuffed with a little bit of cash, but this one is going to be from my actual paycheck. So this one's going to be more representative. Before we started, I wanted to share a little bit of where my money comes from for these cash stuffs, because I know that people cash stuff differently. I know some people will pull out all of their cash and cash stuff all of their paycheck. For me, I don't want to do that just simply because a lot of my bills and other things are automated in my bank account. So I made up a quick visualization to help explain where my cash stuffing number is coming from, so you can better understand exactly how I get to this number. Okay, so here I outlined exactly how I, on this channel, am gonna get to my cash stuffing number. I wanted to just illustrate this so you understand, again, how I'm getting the number I'm getting. I'm not just pulling it from thin air or putting a percentage of my income aside or anything like that. So first, my income comes in. I get paid bi-weekly, so I will be doing cash stuffing bi-weekly. So I will get paid, and then when I get paid, I will subtract from my account my bills, my grocery money, my contribution towards my emergency fund, my retirement contribution, which outside of my work, I have a portion of my income being set aside with my place of employment for retirement. But I also have a Roth IRA on the side. And I also contribute every paycheck to my Roth IRA. As of now, I'm not maxing out my Roth IRA. That will probably be a financial goal next year for me. It's just not a super big priority for me right now. I think to max out your Roth IRA, you need to put $289 or like $290 a paycheck. And right now I'm doing 200, so I'm not maxing it out, but I'm not far off. I'm still putting a decent amount of money every paycheck towards my Roth IRA. My husband and I prioritize travel, so each paycheck I put a set amount of money aside into our travel fund. So that will already be pulled from my income before I cash stuff or put any cash away for savings challenges. I will subtract any subscriptions that are gonna come out that paycheck. For me, the subscriptions would include an Apple subscription, my yoga membership, a car wash membership. So I'll just look at what bills are coming out those next 2 weeks, and if any subscriptions are in there, I'm just gonna leave that cash in my account so I don't have to physically pull that cash out and then auto deposit it again, which does work for some people. That's totally fine. It's just easier for me to keep it in my account. My husband and I own our home, so we have a house savings account that we both put a set amount in every paycheck that is separate from my emergency fund. So each paycheck I will also put this aside. And last but not least, I will set some money aside for a buffer in my checking account. I think this is really important. Just something is inevitably going to come up that you didn't budget for. So having this in your account is just peace of mind that when something does come up, we're not perfect, we can't plan everything, that you have a little bit of extra money to cover any unexpected expense. And a perfect example of this is I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and previously all my copays were around 35 bucks. So that's what I budgeted for this doctor's appointment, because why would I expect it to change, you know? So I had $35 set aside for my copay, and then literally a day before my doctor's appointment, I got a message on the app that my copay had changed from $35 to $52. So that is a perfect example as to where this buffer came in handy, because that extra money that I had sitting in my account, that just covered the additional charge that I got charged for the doctor's appointment. So again, my income comes in, I'm subtracting and leaving all of this money in my checking because this is gonna auto draft out of my account. And I just want it to auto draft. I want it to be simple, seamless, straightforward. I will transfer my savings accounts. I will make external transactions into my Roth IRA, and so on and so forth. So once all of this is subtracted, I have some remaining money that some would call disposable income, and that is what I'm designating into my sinking funds / saving challenges. So I hope that painted a better picture as to where I'm getting my sinking fund number from. This and what I just previously showed is gonna be completely different for everybody. So I just like to use that formula to outline, this is coming in, these are going out, and this is the money that we have left that we wanna allocate towards something, so it doesn't just sit in my checking account and I'm not just frivolously spending it. Because if it's just sitting there for 2 weeks, who knows what, I'm gonna pick the convenience option. I'm gonna be door dashing, I'm gonna go shopping, I'm gonna be out causing a ruckus. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, it's just, the money is gonna get spent. It's just human nature, I fear. It's that dopamine hit that we all want. So we are giving every dollar in our account a job. That is our zero-based budgeting, and that will help us meet our financial goals. Speaking of financial goals, I realized that in my last video, I mentioned that I was gonna go over my goals, and I literally never did. So let me outline those in this video. Since this is the very beginning of my journey, I wanted to lay everything out on the table, let you guys know why I'm doing this and where I'm headed. My general goal for now, I am 26 years old, is that I wanna be debt-free, except for a mortgage, by 30. Not only do I wanna be debt-free, except for a mortgage, by 30, I wanna have a fully funded emergency fund. So I honestly don't think that that's gonna be difficult for me to do, because I don't have any consumer debt, and majority of my debt is made up of my current mortgage. But as I'm getting used to cash stuffing and this new budget and this more strict outline of how I'm deciding to spend my money, right now I wanna give myself a more general goal that I can work towards, so I don't get super overwhelmed with trying to meet this and this and this and this. Like, I just wanna get used to everything first, get comfortable, have it be automatic to where every time I get paid, I'm cash stuffing, I'm rolling over, I'm putting money into my savings challenges. And once I start meeting smaller goals of maybe completing a savings challenge or something, then I will alter my long-term goals. So that is what I am doing through cash stuffing, through budgeting, through zero-based budgeting, and those are my wants. That's my wants for this channel. And I hope that you guys can use this video as motivation to maybe try cash stuffing or get into budgeting, because I'm also very passionate about personal finances. So even before I did cash stuffing, I was always budgeting. I was always investing. I was always paying more towards debt. I wanted to let that be known, and moving forward, that is gonna be my goal for this channel. Alrighty, with all that being said, that was a little bit of a long introduction. I wanted to start my cash stuffing, the fun part, the reason why everybody is here. This paycheck, I had $465 set aside to cash stuff. So I'm excited. I'm happy with that number. I think that that's a decent number to work with. I feel like I have good wiggle room and good freedom to choose what I want to put this money towards to help me in the future. First, I wanted to preface that I am taking $150 for spending. This is gonna just go in my wallet, and I'm gonna use this for things like coffees out, eating out, entertainment for the next 2 weeks. If I wanna buy anything, I'm gonna lump sum that into spending, and I'm gonna give myself $150. I'm not a huge spender, and honestly, my husband and I eat at home 98% of the time. And I love my at-home coffee, I'm not gonna lie. I have a vlog that just went up today, actually, of me making my at-home coffee, and it's just, it works for me. So I don't think I'm gonna struggle with that. With that being said, I did already take $150 out of my cash pile because I had to go to the store today to buy myself lunch. I got myself I didn't have anything prepped for lunch, which I think that's so funny how I just said that we eat at home 98% of the time, but I didn't have anything prepped for lunch, which I normally do, but today was an exception, okay? So out of the $150, I spent $12.90. So remaining in my spending in my wallet, I have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 135, 136, 137. So I'm happy with that. I have 137 left for frivolous spending guilt-free spending throughout the rest of the week until my paycheck hits next week. Okay, I wanted to preface that because the money from that is missing in here. I did already count this from the bank, so I'm not gonna count that again. I just wanna jump straight into my cash stuffing. If I had a higher amount, I would probably count it on camera just to ensure that everything is there. But I did, again, already count it because I had to take my spending money out to buy myself lunch today. Alrighty, time to get into the cash stuffing. I am so excited. I feel like even the small amount of cash I have in here, I just feel so accomplished. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but it just feels like my spending and what I'm putting my money towards is very intentional now, and I just love it. Like, it just makes me feel good. Also, what I forgot to mention, which silly me, is that any saving or any spending money that I have left over at my next paycheck will be going to savings challenges. So I will not be rolling that spending money over. I will be putting whatever I have left, whether it's $1, whether it's $5, whether it's $150. If I didn't spend anything, I will be putting that towards whatever savings challenge I am looking to complete. But alrighty, let's jump right in. So my first category here, I have animal emergency, and we're gonna give animal emergency $20 today. My dogs did just go to the vet, so they are good for a year. So hopefully this does not need to get broken into anytime soon. Car maintenance, that is going to get 20. And in car maintenance, we now have 20, 40. So we got 40 in car maintenance. And in animal emergency, we have 20 and 40. These first three categories are gonna be a little bit of a slow burn because health expenses is also gonna get 20. So health expenses is gonna have 40 as well. These are just gonna be slow but steady buildups because these aren't super high priority, but I do wanna have cash available if I need them. Alrighty, technology. I mentioned in a previous video that I might be interested in buying a laptop, and I'm still gonna be consistently cash stuffing this envelope, but honestly, I'm not really in a rush to get a laptop because I don't have a super big need for one. So I'm still gonna be consistently cash stuffing this in case I need maybe a new phone or something happens to my watch. Like just anything general technology. I kind of changed my mind on the laptop. I just don't think it's super necessary. And I might, again, change my mind in the future, but you know the beautiful part is that I'll have money set aside for it. So that's okay. So technology today is gonna get 65. So that's gonna get a 50, a 10, and a 5. So technology is gonna have a total of 65 because I did not cash stuff this last week. And again, this is gonna just be a general purpose envelope. Nothing as of now is really gonna come to mind. So if something happens, we will have cash for it. Next is my YouTube envelope, and my YouTube envelope is gonna get $50. And I do have an idea as to what I wanna spend on. I wanna spend this on already. I'm thinking that I wanna purchase a savings challenge on Etsy. So that'll probably be around 50 bucks. So I'll probably get around to purchasing that, but again, not in a super big rush. When I decide to purchase it, I will have the cash available.
Hey friends, I'm jumping in here real quick because after I rewatched the footage, I noticed that I had accidentally pulled a 10 instead of a 20 for my HOA fees envelope. It was a long day and my brain was very tired. During filming, I corrected my error and put the correct bills into their corresponding envelope so that everything was back on track for the rest of the video.
Annual fees is gonna get $35 today, and I broke that up as a 20, a 10, and a 5. Organize this a bit. Okay, now in annual fees we have 20, 40, 50, 60, $5. Beautiful, I love to see the progress. We are going to be putting $10 in escrow buffer. So I now have $25 in escrow buffer. Alrighty, last but not least, we have savings challenge. So I'm gonna be putting 70 towards savings challenge. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but I'm pretty sure I wanna do the 100 envelope challenge. So that is the challenge that I'm gonna want to purchase on Etsy. And once I get that in, I will stuff this money along with any other money I have in here. Just whatever denominations I have, I'll figure out what envelopes work the best for that. But until I get that in, I'll just be putting that money in this envelope here. The money is still gonna be saved. It's still gonna be set aside. It's still gonna be building so that we can put it, snowball it towards debt or an extra payment towards my mortgage. Whatever I decide I want to do with this money when the challenge is done, it will still be building and will be good. Alrighty guys, that brings us to the end of this video. I wanted to thank you if you made it this far. I really appreciate you joining me on my journey. I'm really excited to see how far we get. I know that with this budget, with this plan, I will be able to achieve my goals. So I hope you guys join me on my journey. Also, if you made it to the end of the video, I want to know what financial goals you have in the future. Whether that's 2 years, 5 years, let me know. I'm interested to hear if you guys have any savings challenges idea, if you want to be debt free, if you want to build up your emergency fund, if you want to purchase a house. Let's have a conversation down below. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for spending time with me this afternoon, and I hope you guys have a great night.
If you liked today's video, or if you enjoy budgeting and lifestyle videos, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future uploads. You can also find me and stay up to date with all future content on my Instagram and Facebook pages linked in the description box below. We will see you guys in the next one.